pleasure to talk to you about this one. It gets all the more interesting for Teresa and about Teresa. So what can you reveal without revealing too much?
This one is, it's much more about her personal journey. You see in the first one them as a group a lot. They're very close and they're together and they're all in it and they all have the same objective. In this one, you kind of see her start to experience it for herself, which is really interesting and is quite a long process throughout the movie. She's affected by what she sees personally a lot more.
Is the physical challenge of the role something that you feel when you're filming it? How much does it also inform the role?
It does. It's definitely something that you feel. We all felt it. But it's important for this. Your body doesn't know when you're acting. It wants to. If you're running really fast, it wants to carry on running. The adrenaline is pumping through. Everything's working. And that's great as an actor. You can just allow your body to take over. I really enjoyed that side of it. I didn't enjoy it the next day when it hurt.
Of course. Who would? In the moment, it's a bit of an adrenaline
in the moment
rush.
it's fun. Not the next day.
Bearing in mind that the stories were combined from the second and the third one, how much was the book a reference to you?
For me, it wasn't a reference at all. I really trust Wes and I trust TS. And I wanted to read the script and I wanted that to be my focus. I read the second book a couple of years ago when this whole thing started. And I think that was enough for me. With this one, I really wanted the script to be the focus because I knew that we were pulling things from the third one, from the second one, mixing it all up, and then changing it anyway. So that was my key reference.
There's a lot to take out from the book in terms of, what friendship means, what intuition means, the political stuff. What resonates the most for you in the story?
For me, it's intuition is a great word and something that is really personal to Teresa. She has a feeling that this isn't right and she sticks to it. There's a bravery that I really admire in her in this movie. Knowing what to do isn't easy, and I think especially in this movie for all of them, knowing what to do is really hard because they don't quite know what's going on. And I think she's kind of the bravest in that sense.
How fascinating was it to discover the world of the Scorch itself? Because it was so different as well from the first one, which was very nature-based.
Yeah, completely different. And I'd never been to New Mexico before. And we arrived in Albuquerque, and it really does look like that. It's just so big and so vast and so dry and intimidating. It's beautiful there and the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen, but also I really felt, threatened by it. There's something so harsh. And I think it looks amazing in the movie for that reason. And Wes kind of had that image in his head from the very beginning.
There's such a big harmony in you guys as a group of actors as well. How important is that to telling the story in an organic way?
I think it definitely makes it easier. I've been really lucky. I've never worked with an actor that I've disliked, but I can imagine, especially doing a sequel, it would not be fun. It makes it much easier. We know each other's tics. We know how we work. We know each other's characters inside out. We respect each other's characters and we respect each other's processes. It's a really refreshing vibe.
How important are the fans to you? They're so vocal usually about what they love. Wes said something really interesting that, in the first one it was the fans of the book. Now, there's a new fan base as the fans of the movie itself. Do you hear what they have to say? I mean, how interested are you in knowing what they want?
Yeah, it's really great. I mean, we've been lucky from the very, very beginning, from when we were first auditioning. We'd get messages from fans, that they have been on this journey longer than we have. And I really respect that. And I think I love that they feel like it's a part of them and they own it a little bit. And they do, they've been here from the beginning and they've supported us the whole time. And they've been really kind. We haven't had any kind of I don't like you. They've all kind of been really cool.
Let's talk about Patricia Clarkson, who has this aura to her, even in real life. She's such a great woman. So tell us about filming with her.
Yeah, she's a complete legend, and I've respected her for a long time. And she didn't have a lot of days on set. Her part's still quite small, but I'm really excited to kind of explore in the next movie. I think I'll probably get to have a lot more stuff with her, and I can't wait to kind of just be in that environment and working with her.
When you're filming a second one, talking about the third one, do you bear it in mind in your performance and how you present the character? Because you know what's going on.
You know what's going on, but you can never know for definite. We still haven't read a script for the third one, and that will change the day before we film. But you bear it in mind. But at the same time, people's journeys aren't set out for them. We don't know what we're going to be doing tomorrow, how we're going to be feeling. You have to just be in the moment. And I think you have to represent that with a character as well.